Today we're checking out some more Star Trek The Next Generation, Season 6. Alright, let's do it. No captain's log. We haven't had like a Beverly-centric episode in a long time.
All right, come in.
I want to change the alert on my phone to be that. Oh, Guinan! I wasn't sure we were ever going to see her again.
I don't want to see Dr. Solar. I always see you. Well, you better get a new one, because I'm not a doctor on this ship anymore.
What? I feel like something went down and Guinan went there to talk to her about it, not really about her arm. So what is going on? Space. The final frontier.
These are the voyages of the star.
All right, let's do it. All right, yeah, Bev, what's going on?
3 days on a shuttle to Starbase 23, transport back to Earth. I can hear Admiral Brooks now telling me how I've disgraced Starfleet Medical.
Huh? What the frick did she do?
Make a fist. Do I have to hit you with my fist before you tell me what happened?
Yeah, come on, spit it out.
I'd heard about a new subspace technology developed by a Ferengi, a Dr. Rega.
Ooh,
Ferengi scientist.
yeah. Now I've seen everything.
So after persuading the captain, I had to round up as many scientists as I could. Only 4 were interested in hearing about Dr. Rega's invention.
Huh.
Kurak was a warp field specialist on the Klingon homeworld. I don't think Klingons regard scientists very highly.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Dr. Tapan is practically a legend in the field of subspace morphology. She's been the director of the Vulcan Science Academy for 15 years.
I love when we see a Vulcan.
Joe Brill was a Takaran, the first one I'd ever met. I
Have we
had
seen
no
it?
idea what to expect from him.
Takaran before?
And then there was Dr. Rega.
You've all seen my experimental data. The metaphasic shield has been proven.
Some kind of interstellar incident.
I need help to develop the shield. I am willing to grant exclusive rights to whoever provides the necessary resources.
But can they really work together?
Shielding process could mean
For
the
science.
possibilities of exploration and research are endless, but only if it works.
Yes, obviously.
Not only in countless simulations, but in a field test that I conducted myself.
For which, of course, we have only your word.
Oh god, so it's gonna come down to they don't even trust each other.
Solar energy transfer suggests that Vatan's corona is extremely unstable.
What better way to test my invention?
Yeah, all the better to prove it works. I mean, he should have to prove it. That's fair.
I will volunteer for that task.
Oh.
I've spent years studying solar plasma reactions. It is a remarkable opportunity.
I didn't realize someone would actually have to drive it. I thought they were just gonna send one in. What if it doesn't work?
The system will activate automatically as you approach the star.
Well then, we'll proceed with the demonstration at 1500 hours.
But she made a point to say she doesn't know anything about that guy and how he will react in this situation. So what if he sabotages it? Now I'm suspicious.
Some of the scientists still seem a little doubtful, but
After all, a Ferengi scientist is almost a contradiction in terms.
Yeah, I wonder how many there are.
It's only natural that there would be some resistance.
she's been working on subspace shielding technology for years, and you've beaten her to the punch.
I see.
All I want is to be acknowledged, respected as a scientist. This invention will finally do that.
I hope it works.
On screen, open a channel. I am 1 million kilometers from the star's corona.
I don't really have a good feeling about this. I think he's in danger. And that would be an incident if it doesn't work.
Those are from the subspace field that's encapsulating the shuttle. The levels are well within acceptable parameters.
Outside temperature is rising rapidly.
I'm nervous here. I believe in you, Ferengi scientists. I'm just nervous.
This is incredible. I am actually flying into a star.
Congratulations, Doctor. This is an amazing achievement.
I don't know. I feel this feels a little premature.
You see, doctors, metaphasic shielding is a reality
He's being a little bit smug.
of the plasma turbulence.
Dr.
Is he okay? Oh frig! Oh frig! Oh frig!
Sensors indicate an increased level of baryon particles in the cabin.
No, that's not possible.
I knew it. I
Dr.
knew
Joe
it.
Brill, can you hear me? Please respond.
Oh frig! Oh crap!
Baryon levels are continuing to rise, sir.
I don't understand.
Can't they pull him back out? Tractor beam!
We're losing him.
Dr. Joe Brill, listen to me.
Turn around. Did he do it?
The shuttle is emerging from the corona, sir.
Mr. Wolf, get a lock on him as soon as you can.
Beam him directly to sickbay.
Yeah, get down there.
I had no idea what had gone wrong, or how seriously Dr. Joe Brill had been injured. 20 cc's ibuprofen.
Who's alive? Is he gonna die? Ugh. Commissioner Rick.
So that was my first experience as a scientific diplomat.
She didn't do it on purpose.
That's what I felt. Helpless. Anybody would. Don't be too hard on yourself.
Maybe she should talk to Picard or somebody who could understand.
I've run into some unusual specimens.
How's it going?
I've never run into a humanoid species like this before.
Does he have 3 hearts?
At least not in the traditional sense. Practically every system is equally distributed throughout the body. His exposure to the star's radiation was minimal. It's all very strange. There's no apparent cause of death.
There's no apparent cause of death?
The answers will come.
Maybe even minimal exposure to the radiation altered the cellular physiology.
Whatever filled the cabin. What is it? Barium? Something like that?
No one can say anything. No one can do anything that will help. And you think that it will never go away. And you're right, it won't.
I like the way Picard put that.
I was trying to make sense of what had happened. Joe Brill's death had raised a lot of questions. Geordi and Data were determined to find out what had gone wrong.
Yeah, let's get them in there.
Did you find anything wrong?
No, I don't understand it. There must be something
don't
we've
either.
overlooked.
Maybe he was already dying.
Perhaps there was an unexpected interaction between the solar radiation and the metaphasic shield.
I anticipated every contingency.
Clearly not.
Rhaegar seemed angry, but I knew it was because he was so disappointed. Everything he'd worked for, hoped for, was slipping away.
Yes, but as a scientist, you have to be open.
I'm sure you all understand that in light of what happened, I think it would be inappropriate to continue further testing.
Agreed.
Just one more test.
Whom do you propose we sacrifice next?
I don't think we should test anymore with humans, with people.
Myself.
Oh.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm responsible for the health and safety of all the people aboard. I will not authorize any further tests.
I feel like he's gonna steal it and do it anyway.
But I will prove myself.
And I hoped he would prove himself. But that was the last time I saw him alive.
Right? Okay, I think he's gonna steal it. He's gonna steal it, go anyway.
We'd gone to Science Lab 4 when the ship's
Oh.
sensors registered a sizable plasma surge there.
He didn't.
User. It's completely discharged. The blast must have killed him instantly.
He did
Well, perhaps he could not live with the failure.
that to himself.
Plasma shock could have affected his nervous system. He may have reacted by gripping tighter.
I'll know for certain when I do the autopsy.
Unless that one too is inconclusive.
I was with him right before he died. He was not.
But
He was
by your
fired
own
up.
admission, Rhaegar was a difficult man to understand. Isn't it possible that he was simply masking his feelings?
It's possible, but
But I never got the sense that he was ready to end life. And if that's true, then
yeah, I'm
someone else killed
surprised.
him.
Do you have any evidence of that?
Not yet.
Maybe one of the other scientists.
They insist that the body must not be touched until they perform
Why?
the Ferengi death ritual.
Let me speak with them.
Please, believe me, they're adamant.
We need answers.
Don't you see? There may have been a murder.
Then you will have to find evidence some way other than an autopsy.
Yikes.
It won't be clear until after an autopsy. As far as I know, he could have been poisoned and someone put the plasma infuser in his hand after he died.
She's gonna do it anyway?
Body can't be violated before it's buried. And apparently the family is more concerned about ritual than finding out the truth about how he died.
It's not really her decision to make.
And the only ones to fit that category are the other scientists.
Right. Maybe it was her. They lingered on her a little bit.
Have you seen or heard anything that might suggest that someone else had a motive?
We are trying to forget the unpleasantness of these past several days, not have them stirred up again.
I mean, she does have a motive.
Forgive me. I don't mean to upset you. But have you noticed anything unusual?
I find your question distasteful.
Maybe it was him. He's pretty mad. And he didn't say no. He just said, I find it distasteful.
Something you're not telling me.
Yes?
I'm sure it's nothing.
What? Are they gonna blame it on the Klingon?
I was in the storage room of the science laboratory yesterday. Jurek was working in the lab. Rhaegar came in and they got into an argument.
Uh-huh.
Then I heard Jurek say that Rhaegar had insulted her honor and no Klingon would stand for that.
But is he lying?
Jurek is volatile, passionate, but not a killer.
I think they want us to think it's the Klingon. Or maybe that guy just deflected off of himself onto the most likely suspect.
No one has denied there is potential in the idea.
Which you're now free to develop.
Mm-hmm.
Are you accusing me of something?
Kind of.
That if he persisted in his slander, he would pay the price.
What was his accusation?
Be careful, Doctor.
What, is that a threat?
I have heard enough of your accusation!
Well, maybe it was her.
Well, you're gonna have to throw me a lot harder than that if you want to get it.
Uh-huh. Bev is tough.
How would I know?
Did you sabotage the project?
Did she?
No, I did not.
I don't know. I don't know.
The more it seemed that the answers had to be there.
Yeah.
DNA traces, tissue anomalies, clues that could shed some light on the mystery. So?
She's gonna sneaky autopsy it. She's gonna be in trouble.
Jean-Luc, I want to tell you something that you need to know, but you're not gonna like it.
I did something bad. What's he gonna say?
What did you find?
Nothing.
Didn't even find anything anyway.
The Ferengi government becomes involved, as I'm certain they will.
Incident.
This could have very significant repercussions. I'm not sure how much I can protect you.
She didn't even find anything.
I knew what I was doing, and I'm prepared to accept the consequences. I could tell that he was terribly disappointed in me.
Yes, that's the worst. Yes.
Are you upset?
I don't know. You tell me. You're supposed to be wise.
Well, if you are upset, why are you moping around here? Why don't you do something about it?
She's trying to teach you a lesson, Bev.
If I start digging around again...
You could be relieved of duty.
Or... Commercial break.
I'll be leaving the ship tomorrow to attend the Board of Inquiry. That means I have less than 24 hours to get to the bottom of this mystery.
Let's get Data to theorize here. What's the most likely scenario?
Any attempt to sabotage the device would have to be made while the shield is in operation.
The only time the shield was active was during Joe Brill's test flight.
Yeah, so he would have to do it? That's what I said.
A phased ionic pulse beamed directly into the metaphasic projection matrix would result in a temporary system malfunction. A tetryon field would be formed briefly in the cabin, temporarily disrupting the metaphasic shield.
A tetryon field?
A tetryon field? Cool.
It might have left residual traces in his tissue.
I'll get down there then.
Thanks, Data.
Good job, buddy. He's very helpful. But I feel like he never really even realizes how he helped. Okay, you're welcome.
Beverly?
I was just thinking, Riker hasn't even been in this at all.
And Captain Picard will do everything he can for you.
I'm sure that'll help.
But if you do anything foolish before that inquiry, it's not going to look good for you.
Yes, you do.
The best thing for you to do right now is to go to your quarters and read a good book. If you do anything to make the situation worse, it's going to be that much harder on you.
He knows she's still looking into it.
It's noted.
Beverly.
He's looking out for you.
I'm saying this to you as a friend.
Yes, yes.
As a friend, please try to understand. I can't quit now.
He tried to stop her.
Access ship's medical logs and download current autopsy files.
Autopsy files are restricted to active medical
I think this girl had something to do with it. They keep showing her.
Access autopsy files. I assume you'll need the files on Dr. Rega and Joe Brill.
Oh, maybe she's just gonna help her. Okay. I'm suspicious of everyone now.
Is that an order, Doctor?
Yes.
Too bad you're not my boss anymore.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I doubted you. Okay, for a second there, she was looking suspicious, peering around doors. Now she's being helpful. Okay, all right. She's off my list.
Someone did sabotage the shield.
That's a possibility, but this is very circumstantial evidence.
There's only one way to know for certain.
How? Troy, oh yeah.
This entire experience has been...
Captain, an unscheduled launch is taking place in Shuttle Bay 2.
Bev? She's gone off the deep end here.
What do you think you're doing?
Testing a theory, Captain.
She's not going into the same way the other guy died, right?
I think Dr. Rega's shield does work.
Return to the ship immediately.
I'm sorry.
She's gonna go through it.
Mr. Worf, override the shuttle's computer. Return it to the shuttle bay. Aye, sir.
He can't. She's done something. So maybe it was the couple trying to sabotage it because they want the glory.
Computer, begin monitoring external temperature.
This is ballsy, though.
I think Dr. Rega was right about his shield. The only reason it failed is because it was sabotaged, and I'm going to prove it.
Unless someone sabotages it again.
Betting your life on a hypothesis.
I'm not wrong.
External temperature,
She's doing it for
1.9
science.
million kelvins.
Risky.
Computer, shield status.
Metaphasic shield holding. All systems within normal operating parameters.
Now, that is what happened last time, though.
One of them has to be responsible for sabotaging the first test. I think if we...
Uh-oh. Imagine if they killed Beverly off right now. I don't know.
Come in. Justman to Enterprise.
What? Who?
They cannot hear you.
What?
Takarans can control their physiology at a cellular level.
In the morgue, you were conscious the whole time. You heard everything we said. You knew everything we were going to do.
And just stayed in the wall the whole time? To what end, though? Why did you do all this? To make it look like it wasn't going to work and then he could take the glory? Is that it?
Now I can take the prototype itself back to Takara, where I will develop it into a weapon.
Frig you, man.
Wait here until the Enterprise is convinced you are dead and leaves.
Oh, what's she doing? I can't believe it was that guy. Stab him. Phase him. Oh, she did like a spin kick. Phase him. All these strings. They burned a hole right through him.
I'm all right. Returning to the ship. And I finally have the answers I've been looking for.
It was the dead guy.
Chief Medical Officer's log, stardate 46831.2. I've been reinstated and I will be resuming my duties shortly.
I feel bad for the Ferengi scientist.
Hi, Guinan.
Hello. Ooh. Somebody's birthday?
Is it a racket?
Now, I did some research to cushion all vibrations, so you will never have tennis elbow again.
Wow.
Thank you, Doctor. This looks like a great racket, but,
Does she even play?
I don't play tennis.
Right. I knew it. I knew it. The end. Glad we got to see Guinan again. Okay, that was season 6, episode 22, and we finally got another Beverly episode, which I thought was the tone of it felt a little bit different than usual. We had like narration throughout by Beverly, which we don't get very often, hardly ever. We get the logs, but like it's not like narration, but she narrated a lot of that episode, so it had like a different feel to it. I think maybe it was almost trying to go for like a detective film noir kind of feel, maybe. Anyway, that's what the narration sort of felt like. But yeah, this was like a murder mystery involving some of the other races. We had Ferengi and Klingon and Vulcan in there, so it was cool to see all of those guys. And I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure I called it at the beginning when I said, like, you know, they made a distinct point of saying that the Joe Brill guy, we don't know really anything about his race, and she doesn't really know what to make of him. And I just was like, that's suspicious, really. And then something goes wrong, and I was like, I wonder if he had something to do with it. But then they made the point, like, why would you sabotage something that would, you know, mean that you're gonna die? So I was like, okay, that can't be it. But in the end, that actually was it. I didn't think we were gonna see him come back from the dead or anything like that, you know, be faking his own death and pop out in the last act of the show. So that was surprising. I was surprised by that part. I feel bad for the Ferengi scientists. First of all, they talked in multiple scenes about how nobody takes Ferengi scientists seriously, that there aren't even any Ferengi scientists really, and you know, that's sad. And then he winds up murdered, and then he winds up, like, Beverly did the autopsy without his family's consent, and I assume, you know, him being a Ferengi, he wouldn't have really consented to that either, probably. So that's a little unsettling. You know, I feel really bad for him, but I suppose in the end maybe he would have been happy that it was ultimately proved that his technology did work, so that part's good. And okay, last time we saw Guinan, somebody commented to me, that's the last time you're gonna see Guinan, she isn't even in the rest of the show. And I was like, first of all, hello, spoiler, please don't tell me things like that. But I wasn't sure if that was true, but then I got to thinking, like, I mean, maybe it is. It doesn't seem like we're gonna give Guinan her own story, which I'm a little disappointed about, I gotta be honest. Of all TNG, she was one of the most intriguing characters to me, and it just seems like she pops in, which I always enjoy her pop-ins, don't get me wrong. And I like how she plays off the other characters, and she, you know, she's sort of mysterious, and maybe it would even ruin the mystery if we got too much into her character. I mean, we saw some of the how she met Picard flashback stuff and going back in time and all that, but I really do wish we would get like a Guinan episode or some answers about her, or a focus on her character. I want to see more of her. I really like her character. But anyways, I'm starting to like lose hope that that's ever gonna happen. I don't know, no spoilers, don't tell me, but I'm still grateful that we get to see her now and then. I was happy to see her in this episode. You know, she kind of used that fake injury to help out Beverly. Mysterious Guinan. Maybe we'll never know really what her deal is. But yes, overall, a murder mystery with Beverly at the center, narrating the whole thing. And in the end, she went rogue and flew right into the sun and proved her point. She was pretty kick-ass in this, actually. Besides doing the autopsy that I don't think the Ferengi guy would have wanted. But I understand her reason. I know why she did it. It sucks that she didn't even learn anything from that, though. But anyways, let me know what you guys think of this episode. We will watch another TNG and a DS9 next week. And thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I had a great time. I hope you had a great time, too. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys.